welcome to the Pelvic Power Podcast. My name is Penny, and I am the host of this lovely space. I am a pelvic floor yoga teacher who teaches people with pelvic pain how to use movement, breathwork, and body awareness to ease and manage their pain while living a pleasurable life. In this space, we'll be talking about all things taboo because we love it, and how to support your lovely pelvis and your lovely self on this journey that you are on. I am very happy that you are here, and I hope that you enjoy this episode. Hello, hey, welcome back to another episode of the Pelvic Power Podcast. Today I'm wearing black because that's how I'm feeling today. You never see me in black. I'm always in a lot of colors. But I'm in my luteal phase. I'm about to get my period tomorrow or the next day. So this is how I'm rocking up. Usually I wear black when I want to go incognito, when I don't want people to recognize me. So this is just what I ended up in wearing today. And here we are. So welcome. This is the energy that I'm bringing today. But I also know that I always feel so much better as soon as you and I start to jam on here and we sit down and have a conversation. So I'm very happy that you're here today. I'm very excited to be diving into today's episode. Today, throughout this morning, I didn't want to do anything else besides watch Off Campus on Prime. That's all I want to do with my life. But I have things that I want to accomplish. I have things that I want to do. I have a way of how I want to feel and how I want to live my life. So I kept repeating to myself, just do it. Just fucking do it. Just do it. Let's go now. And sometimes that's just what I have to do to kind of like keep myself going a little bit. Not to say that I don't honor where I'm at. I am honoring where I'm at because I am right now in my luteal phase. And there are ghosts in here, in my mind. And those ghosts may be big fat liars. And if I am not saying to myself, just do it, those ghosts are going to hold me back. So I'm not saying that I'm just pushing through. I am allowing myself to rest. I slept in this morning. I went for a beautiful walk without my headphones on. I took a long, beautiful breakfast. I was just lollygagging this morning and I loved it. I loved it. But then I also know that there are things that I want to accomplish. There are things that I want to see, I want to do in life. And I'm not going to let my luteal phase stand in the way from that. No, no, sir, no. I just recorded a yoga class, and before the recording, I sit there and I amp myself up. I'm like, I'm a great leader. I am worthy. I am loved. Like there's so many components coming into just life in general, but also the more you learn about yourself, you have like old trauma popping up, or things that your inner child is thinking about you, and those things are hard. And sometimes those thoughts are a little bit louder. Some days those thoughts are a little bit louder than others, and that's totally fine. But how can we, move past it a little bit and continue on the journey that we're supposed to be on? And this is how we ended up here in this episode for today. Last week, I was talking about things that you can do for your lichen sclerosis. Keep in mind, this episode is for anyone that lives with pelvic pain or anywhere in general. And I was talking about things that you can do for yourself, and sometimes you kind of hold yourself back a little bit. And I just want to underline that I understand that it's hard to live with lichen sclerosis, and I'm not invalidating anyone's feeling. That is not my intention at all. And I know that it's hard and there are a lot of challenges, but how can you show up for yourself in a way that you're supporting yourself more? I posted on my story the other day an example of this. So I was up really late one night. I know for a fact that that's going to mess up with my sleep. Before I went to bed, did I scroll on social media? Yes, I did. And I know that the blue light and the stress from social media itself is also going to mess up with my sleep. Did I drink enough water that day? No, because I didn't take time to prioritize that water intake. Did I wake up the next day with an illness that was freaking spicy? Yes, yes, I did. And did I actually tend to myself right then and there? No, I did not. I continued to rush around that morning and be a little sourpuss. That's what I did. Do you think that that helped my lichen sclerosis? No, it did not. So this is where I'm trying to underline what can you do for yourself to support your pain even more. Not to say that there are not hurdles and challenges within the medical community or financial issues that we might have to come over or overcome. But how can you support yourself right now in what you are going through? So, for example, drink some water right now when you're listening to this. How much water have you actually had today? Did you invite in any movement today at all? Did you go for a teeny tiny little 10-minute walk, perhaps? Maybe. Did you prioritize your sleep last night? Are you going to prioritize your sleep tonight? Are you going to go to bed 30 minutes earlier tonight? Maybe. Who knows? And again, this is all about the capacity that we have for within our nervous system too to find that grasp. But as I was saying this morning, my luteal phase is kicking my ass. And in my mind, I just have to say, just do it. Just do it. I know you're scared. I know you're scared of being seen. I know that you're scared of being interpreted a specific way, seen a specific way. Just do it because I have goals of how I want to feel, how I want to live my life, and we're gonna go do it. So, this episode today, I want you to have a think about everything that you are doing for yourself right now, today, tomorrow, the next day that is going to benefit you a week from now, a year from now. All the work that you are doing right now is also going to benefit you in the future. And I know that when you're sitting and you're feeling maybe like a little bit a piece of shit, not that you are a shit, I'm just saying you feel like shit, and you're sitting there with your pelvic pain, maybe you're lying on your bed and you're just feeling like life is fucking lifing right now. And I don't want it to be lifing this hard, but here we are. Why am I only using quotes today? I'm like a wandering TikTok. I do apologize. But maybe you're feeling like life is a little bit rough right now. What is 1 to 3 things that you can do for yourself that might feel a little bit challenging right now, but you know it's going to help you next week or the next next year, whatever that may be. I just released a new pelvic relief bingo card. If you haven't gone, downloaded it yet, go and do so. It's completely free. You get 24 supportive ways or 24 practices for you to support yourself on your pelvic journey. So we are here, we live with pelvic pain, we want to live with less pain, but there are so many components to it than just your skin or your hip or your tension in your pelvic floor or your tailbone or whatever that may be. How can you support yourself even more? I got a message yesterday from someone and they were saying, "Oh my God, I just downloaded the bingo card for the first time ever." And one of the squares that I put on there was finish one task that you have been avoiding. I have one of those tasks. Do you have one of those tasks? And she sent me a picture, and that was the first thing that she did. She did her taxes for the year. And you might think, okay, what the fuck does that have to do with pelvic pain? If you have all those lingering tasks in the back of your head, tasks in the back of your head, how is that impacting your stress levels of things that you need to accomplish, your sense of self-worth if you feel, I know I can't be the only one, feel a certain way about yourself because you're not accomplishing something? And in the meantime, also, I'm saying this because we teach what we need to learn the most. Be kind to yourself along this journey. Because, like, yes, we all have tasks that we need to finish, but like taxes, I was so impressed with this person because I am the worst at getting my taxes done in in time. And then once I've done it, it's like a weight off my shoulder and I can like relax and I can watch off campus again. No, you know what I'm saying? Finish something small that you need to do. I always take on so many different projects that I have to accomplish in my life. Right now, I'm doing another pelvic course. I am fixing the rust on my own car. And I am doing 3 other things that I need to do. And then yesterday I was like, okay, I'm going to find myself a bike. I want to ride a bike again. And now I'm just adding another thing. Not that I need to do because I want to get a bike because it brings me joy and I want to be able to ride my bike again because I need more joy in my life. But then I know that bike ride is probably going to take away from some of the time that I could do or use to accomplish a task. And not to say that joy is not important, but you know where I'm getting at? Maybe I should finish the rust on my car first. I have like 1 layer left to paint, spray paint. Then I can get a bike. Because then I've actually crossed the car off my to-do list. So the things that you are doing right now, how do you think that's going to help you going forward? And as with the pelvic relief bingo card, like you can learn something new that you really like. You're like, oh, this made me feel good, or this made me feel calm, or my pelvis felt really supported doing this one thing, or oh, doing that release breath. Holy moly, that really released some shit that is stuck within me that isn't even mine to begin with. I'm just holding on to it. And how is that impacting my pelvic pain too? Like for me, pelvic pain is so much more than just pelvic pain. Okay, we live our lives. I want to feel good. I'm making life more interesting that way too. Romanticizing my life a little bit. So, what are some things that you can do right now that's going to help you either next week or next year? It's kind of like you're giving yourself strength for the next week or the next year, and you're also growing as a person and where you want to go in life. And that is also super important because we're out here, we live with pelvic pain, baby. This is the hand that we're dealt, and sometimes it fucking sucks, especially when you're in your luteal phase. But how can you make this little hand a little bit easier to hold? I came up with that one myself. I'm very proud of that one. And I would love to hear from you. If there's anything that you are learning about yourself, your growth along this journey, I am all for like I read so many books and not just smut. Putting it out there once again, read your smut, babe. It's really great for low libido. Get the juices flowing. The juices are healing. I've said this before. I'm underlying it in this episode too. But I also read a lot of personal development books, or I listen to a lot of personal development people about manifestation. Like all of that is also super important when it comes to your health and how you look at life, your mindset. There's so much to unravel in life than just being here and living with pelvic pain and calling it a day. What kind of people do you surround yourself with? How do you want to feel as you continue on with your day? Yeah, I always get so pumped up when I record these podcast episodes, and then I'm like, okay, how do I want to feel as I continue on with the rest of my day? I have all these things that I need to accomplish, but what else? How can I add things in that makes it feel a little bit more romantic or a little bit more supportive? Maybe I can put on my favorite album, listen to that as I edit a yoga class or whatever that may be. Until next week, remember to look after your beautiful body. Go download your free Pelvic Relief Bingo Card. These are cute and magical and whimsical, and they just bring me a lot of joy and a lot of people in the community a lot of joy. So go download it. Start your pelvic journey today. Start with the smallest thing on the Pelvic Relief Bingo Card. Do one every day for the rest of the month. Maybe you find a favorite that you want to do first thing in the morning. Who knows? Maybe you will learn something about yourself along the way. Okay, until next time, I love you. You're the best. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. If you love this episode, I will be so grateful if you could leave a rate and review in your podcast app. It would mean so much to me. If you're tuning in on YouTube, feel free to hit subscribe and leave a little comment down below about what you learned about yourself today. Thank you so much, and you have no idea how much I appreciate you for being here.